Oh, hi. I want to smell my coffee. I've done that before. It's not fun. Let's see. I don't like that light. I don't think I'm going to turn it off. That's better. Hi. I just wanted to chat today. I think this is, excuse me if I'm just checking the framing because this is something new for me and I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but I just kind of wanted to give it a shot. So I've got the, the framing of the camera and everything over here so I can see it. And I'm just trying to make sure that everything looks okay because I don't know, this is different. Okay. I just wanted to chat today though about burnout a little because I know that this is something that affects a lot of us in the small business kind of industry, right? Like it's very easy to see people go, go, go all the time and feel like you have to do that too, even though, that's ultimately like the opposite of what we want, right? I just realized you can't even see the cup I'm having because I'm holding it the wrong way. It's Magic Kingdom this week. Magic Kingdom cup. I love these mugs. They're the best. So yes, we are going to talk about burnout, but not in the you need to do less kind of way because I mean that's just not always the answer, right? We're going to talk about it more in the this is why everything feels hard kind of way. And yeah, we're probably going to talk about systems because that's what I do. But not in a like robotic corporate kind of way, more in a like these systems are going to make your life easier kind of way. So recently I hit a wall where even just opening Google Drive felt like a huge chore. There was no system, everything was chaos, and it just, I don't know, couldn't find anything. It was just chaos. um, really just made me, and I know this kind of sounds lame because it's just Google Drive, whatever, but it really put into perspective, like, do I want to keep doing what I'm doing because, I'm struggling to make any progress, it feels like, because I'm unorganized. And I don't want to make it sound like you shouldn't work with me because I'm unorganized. Like, it's not like that, okay? I'm really, really good at what I do. I'm just going to throw that out there. But it was stressful for me to do what I do because I was struggling with this aspect of trying to keep everything in a very specific way. Because it doesn't matter how good, well intentioned I'd start out with something like keeping Google Drive organized, but it would easily fall off. You know what I mean? Like it would just turn to chaos. Can't see her, but Oakley is laying here with me on the couch. Just out of frame a little bit though. You're just out of frame a little bit though. Oh, you've got itchies. Okay. So eventually I realized it wasn't the work that was burning me out. It was the constant decision fatigue. And not even really decision fatigue, but just trying to find all the things. Where did I put this? What did I name that? Didn't this person send me this thing? Why can't I find it now? And that's kind of when I realized that I was just tired of reinventing the wheel all the time, right? Like you just eventually get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. And I don't mean that in a way of like, I'm tired of posting YouTube videos every week or I'm tired of sending emails every week or whatever, but you get tired of like trying to find a file every time, or like if your Canva gets crazy and you can't find, your Pinterest templates or something. Like that was me the other day. Oh my gosh, Canva is a whole other beast, isn't it? So that's kind of when I realized that, I really needed to get the organization under control. Okay. Like I can't keep saving everything to my desktop and then hoping it will still be there when I need it, because image 1234 is super specific and easy to find, right? So what I kind of started doing was systemizing the things that I hate doing, or like the things that are, the things that I hate doing, like keeping files organized. Like it sounds like the easiest thing to do, but when it's so kind of almost like just tedious, so it's easier to just drop it in a Google Drive, you know, random folder, or not a random folder, but just on Google Drive, right? Instead of putting it in a folder versus finding the right folder that it needs to go into and creating like a file system. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah. Okay, I have notes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I do have notes. Okay, this is just a conversation, but I have notes. Okay, so I started systemizing things that I hated doing, right, or things that are just super tedious and things that I easily just put off. Okay, maybe hate's a strong word, but things that I would just put off doing, like filing docs. But not, I didn't do it in like a tech bro kind of way. Like I didn't do it in like a optimize your life kind of way. It was just in a very simple, like I need to stop throwing things on my desktop kind of way. I made checklists for things I do every week. I cleaned up my folders and things just enough so I could find what I was looking for. I wrote a couple of SOPs. I know that sounds super unsexy, but it's helped tremendously. Not even gonna lie. So it kind of turns out systems aren't the enemy, right? Like burnout is the enemy. And the right kind of systems protect you from the burnout. So what I want to say is if you're feeling like everything in your digital life is on fire, like your files, your content, your client work, everything, you are not lazy, okay? You're just unsupported. You just don't have the right systems in place to keep all of that stuff organized and working for you in the way that it should. And you don't need a full Notion command center, okay? That's, if that's for you, great, but you don't need that. I love Notion and I love building out systems like that, but I, under no circumstances, want anybody to think that that's what they need to have in order to have an organized business that doesn't drive you crazy because you can't find the files that you're looking for when you need them. All you really need is a little file system that says, here, bestie, I've got this for you. I have been creating some things behind the scenes to help with this. I'll share more about that soon. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is for you to know you're not the problem, but your lack of systems might be the problem. Okay, that's it for this week's Sunday Besties. I can't wait to do this with you again next week. Make sure you bring some coffee. Now, go light a candle, give yourself some permission to not have it all figured out. And if this hit home, if your desktop also looks like a graveyard of screenshots, go hit subscribe and meet me here next Sunday so we can keep having these chats. And I will see you there.